In ancient Japanese history, there was a city visited by a demon every 50 years, possessing one person to carry out a massive slaughter and spread terrifying chaos that left the entire city in fear. Only a handful of people knew this history, and only someone truly fearless might dare to stop it. It all begins with an elite hitman named Sakata, who was sharpening his signature blade in his secret workshop. That same night, Sakata received a job to eliminate the Yakuza clan that had controlled Shinjo City for decades. After that, he headed to the Yakuza's hideout in his car. Meanwhile, at the Yakuza hideout, one of the henchmen reported to the old Yakuza boss that a new clan called Kaimin Gumi had taken over their operations at the port. The Kaimin Gumi clan made it clear they would no longer obey the Yakuza and even planned to fight back. The Yakuza boss simply smiled. No one had ever stood a chance against his power. As punishment for failing to deal with the new clan, the boss tore the mouth of his own man. Right at that moment, a loud noise erupted outside their base. It was Sakata, coming to wipe out the Yakuza. Armed with a heavy machete, Sakata managed to kill dozens of Yakuza members. Now, Sakata had to face the boss's bodyguard, a huge man, but his strength and skills still weren't enough to beat Sakata. Sakata easily sliced off the bodyguard's arm. After disarming him with the machete, Sakata went up to the boss's room, where the boss looked terrified. Still holding his sharp machete, Sakata instantly struck down the boss. But as he turned around, he saw one of the boss's men aiming a gun at him. That's when Akira showed up to help. Akira was Sakata's best friend and the agent who usually gave him jobs. It turned out this mission was Sakata's last before retirement, as he already had a small family and wanted to focus on his new life. When he got home, Sakata was greeted by his little daughter Ryo and his wife, who also hugged him. Everything felt so normal. This was the peaceful life Sakata had dreamed of for so long. But just after finishing his shower, he suddenly heard Ryo scream and saw several masked men take his family hostage. It was the Kaimin Gumi clan. It was revealed that the Kaimin Gumi clan were the ones who had hired Sakata and Akira to eliminate the Yakuza. But they weren't okay with Sakata retiring. Because his killing skills were unmatched, people even called him the demon of Shinjo City. Sakata tried to fight back against one of the men who grabbed Ryo, but he held himself back because his wife's life was at risk. He begged the master to let his family go, but since the master followed his own rules, he killed Sakata's wife and daughter right in front of him. Naturally, Sakata was furious and swore he would one day take revenge. Unfortunately, that promise never came true, as the Kaimin Gumi killed him first by shooting him in the head. After that, the Kaimin Gumi staged a news report claiming that Sakata had killed his wife and daughter before taking his own life. 12 years later, somehow Sakata is still alive, but he's paralyzed due to nerve damage after being shot in the head. Akira, who now has an assistant, comes to pick him up. Meanwhile, at City Hall, Mayor Ryu Sunohara is being interviewed by journalists about Shinjo City's rapid development. In just 12 years, the city has advanced and prospered beyond Japan's biggest cities. Sunohara is praised by many, with people saying the city has grown better each year under his leadership. However, some still find things strange about Shinjo. A journalist questions the mayor about a string of mysterious cases, weekly disappearances of teenage girls, deaths of former officials, and more. But instead of giving a proper answer, Sunohara dodges the question and warns the journalist to watch his words, or risk being jailed for defamation. Back with Akira, he takes Sakata to a rundown apartment and asks his assistant to look after him. One night, after the assistant takes Sakata out for a walk, they're suddenly attacked by a man with a knife. The man turns out to be a former Yakuza whose hand Sakata once cut off. But instead of going through with his revenge, he pities Sakata and walks away. The journalist, still determined to uncover the truth, hires a former Yakuza to investigate the Kaimin Gumi clan, suspected to be behind everything. After getting some leads, a Kaimin Gumi member in a red demon mask shows up and brutally beats the journalist with a hammer. Meanwhile, the ex-Yakuza is caught by another Kaimin Gumi member, forced to shoot himself next to the journalist's body. Akira, playing ping pong at the time, gets a call from his assistant. Sakata has been hospitalized after being stabbed by the former Yakuza aide. While being treated, Sakata is guarded by two cops. Their superior, Kotaro, gives them money to go eat, then enters the room alone. It's revealed Kotaro is actually a Kaiman Gumi member, one who helped murder Sakata's family. Following the master's orders, he poisons Sakata's four. But as he tries to take a photo of Sakata's death, Sakata suddenly gets up and attacks him in a burst of emotion. Surprisingly, this rage starts to heal his damaged nerves. Just then, two more police members arrive. Kotaro lies, saying Sakata went berserk. One of the cops grows suspicious, but Kotaro kills him. The other cop is actually another Kaiman Gumi member. Kotaro assumes Sakata won't fight back anymore, but Sakata surprises them, fighting both and even throwing one off the upper floor. Then he strangles Kotaro to death with a blanket. Soon after, Akira and his assistant arrive, shocked to see Sakata walking out of the hospital, though still not fully recovered. Sakata eats an oyaki-ban, and the taste triggers memories of his wife and daughter's deaths. That moment fully snaps him out of his paralysis. Elsewhere, at a waste treatment plant owned by Kaiman Gumi member named Ikaku, which is actually a front for a drug factory, Ikaku calls Kanta Fuse, another member who runs the port. But instead of fish, Kanta traffics girls for prostitution. Ikaku warns that Sakata is back, and they agree to have Akira kill him. But Akira secretly refuses and plans to help Sakata take revenge. Akira takes Sakata, disguised in a body bag. To convince Ikaku, he tells his men to dump the body into the grinder. After Akira leaves, Sakata bursts out of the bag and starts fighting. Ikaku spots this and orders the guards to kill Akira. They shoot him and his assistant. But Akira survives and shoots the guard back. Sakata, meanwhile, fights off dozens of Ikaku's men and kills most of them. But Ikaku escapes and blows up the whole factory to finish Sakata off. The explosion even draws the master's attention. Thinking Sakata is dead, Ikaku is stunned when Sakata shows up alive. Just as Sakata is about to kill him, Akira rams into Ikaku with a car. Fatally wounded, Akira confesses he was the one who told Kaiman Gumi about Sakata's retirement plans. Upon hearing this, Sakata shoots Akira in the head, then tortures Ikaku aboard a ship. During this, the master, revealed to be Mayor Sunohara, calls using Ikaku's phone. He says he regrets not killing Sakata earlier, but isn't afraid, even after Sakata has killed hundreds of his men. He then drops a bombshell. Sakata's daughter, Ryo, is actually still alive, living a happy, normal high school life. If Sakata keeps seeking revenge, Sunohara threatens to harm her. Shocked, Sakata can't believe it. But knowing his daughter is alive only reignites his determination. He lets Ikaku die slowly. Ryo, now a high school girl, has been raised by Kanta since she was little. After the incident 12 years ago, Kanta brainwashed her into believing he's her real father. Sunohara calls Kanta and warns him that Sakata knows about Ryo and might come to take her back. Kanta is told to be careful, not just for himself, but for what Sakata might do if he finds them. Meanwhile, Sakata visits a former police informant named Takigawa, someone he once saved. Takigawa shares all he knows about Kaiman Gumi, including their addresses. He also shows a video of the group killing the original owner of Shinjo's security company 12 years ago, after which Kanta took over the business. In fact, each Kaiman Gumi member took over a major company or institution, even the police. No one dares stand against them now. Learning that Kanta is at the security company HQ, Sakata heads there and kills some guards. He finds Ryo's room, but she's hiding. He sees pictures of her and Kanta together. Just then, Kanta enters. Seeing Ryo, he hides his gun and pretends not to know Sakata. They fight. In the middle of the fight, Ryo suddenly shoots an arrow at Sakata. At that moment, Sakata sees his daughter for the first time after all these years apart. But what breaks his heart is that Ryo calls Kanta her father. Kanta then deliberately throws Sakata out the window, but just in time, Takigawa shows up and saves him with his car. Long story short, while Takigawa is treating Sakata's wounds, he gets a call from Sunohara, asking to speak with Sakata. Sunohara reveals that Ryo's life is in his hands, and she's being taken to his headquarters. Upon hearing that, Sakata immediately sets out to save her. But before that, he returns to his secret workshop to retrieve his signature weapon, the heavy machete. After arming himself, he drives his old car straight to Sunohara's base. Once there, Sakata begins slaughtering Kaiman Gumi's men one by one. Despite their large numbers, Sakata wipes them out with ease and makes his way up the stairs, cutting through more enemies on his path to Sunohara's office. There, he finally comes face to face with Kanta, and a fierce battle breaks out between them. During the fight, Sakata remembers that Kanta was the one who shot and killed his wife. Fueled by rage, Sakata kills Kanta without mercy. Sakata then heads upstairs to find Ryo. But just before he can reveal the truth to her, a masked Kaiman Gumi member wearing a red demon mask knocks him out cold. Sakata is dragged before Sunohara, who starts explaining a legend about a demon that appears in Shinjo every 55 years. While most consider it a myth, Sunohara believes it's real and sees it as his duty to kill this demon. At first, he suspects Sakata is the demon, but after seeing how easily Sakata was captured, he dismisses him as just a regular human. As Sunohara is about to kill Ryo, Takigawa suddenly bursts in, guns blazing. Sakata takes the opportunity to tell Ryo to run to Takigawa while he stays behind to fight the red demon-masked man, Jin. Though Jin is a skilled and powerful fighter, Sakata eventually manages to defeat him. Seeing Jin on the brink of death, Sunohara recalls their childhood, how he and Jin were twin brothers who trained in the same martial arts school and vowed to always support each other. But one night, for reasons unknown, they ended up killing their own master. Now, Sakata faces Sunohara in a final battle. Already severely wounded, Sakata is overpowered and loses an arm. But he refuses to give up. He's determined not to let the last member of Kaiman Gumi live. With a final burst of strength, Sakata kills Sunohara. In that moment, Sunohara realizes the truth. Sakata is the Shinjo demon. After Sunohara's death, Ryo returns to her real father. Her memories return, and she finally remembers that Sakata is her dad. Suddenly, Kanta, somehow still alive, shows up to confront Ryo. Just as he's about to reach her, Sakata arises one last time and swiftly kills him. With all of Kaiman Gumi gone, Sakata embraces his daughter. But having lost too much blood, he dies in Ryo's arms. The war is finally over. Medics arrive to calm a shocked Ryo and recover Jin's body, who, it turns out, is still alive. But just as they're leaving in the ambulance, Ryo mysteriously disappears. A year after the incident, Master runs again in the second election and wins, serving a second term as mayor. But shockingly, this Master is actually his twin brother, a man with burn scars on the side of his face, who's determined to continue his late brother's mission. Like the original Master, he regularly visits the temple to perform rituals. But one day, he's caught off guard by Ryo, who suddenly appears seeking revenge. She shoots him 3 times with arrows, finally ending the legacy of the Kaiman Gumi clan.